Let me just turn the volume up. Right, okay. Well, hello folks, how are you doing? Hope you're well. I'm trying something a little bit different on my channel today. Bit of a live stream. It's going to be looking at the ultimate, what I'm calling my ultimate bikepacking setup for this following weekend. Yeah, it's going to be, hopefully, it's going to be a good weekend. The weather's looking pretty good. Just going to keep an eye on the stream, get some more users in. So if you're watching this on a repeat or whatever we call it on YouTube, I'm just going to go over the sort of things that I'm going to be talking about in this video, which will be audax, the route that I'm going to be taking down to Cambridge and why I'm going, and the route back as well. And of course, we're going to take a look at my bike, and that's probably where we're going to start first. So yeah. So hello to Simon, who's with us this evening. I thought he was busy, but you know, thanks for joining us. It's brilliant to have you here. Doing a big yawn there. So let me just take a drink of some orange juice. Okay, before we kick off, just let you know. Well, big thank you to everybody for subscribing to the channel. It's great to finally hit that magic 1,000 subscribers. Like I said before, it means I can actually start making money and plan some retirement. So yeah, I'm starting. You was late starting, made it back in time. What's it this evening? Had it down for 7:30. Yeah. So I'm glad for joining us. Oh, also, I also wanted to mention in the super chat as well. You can actually, if you want to buy me a coffee or say thank you or support the channel in any way, if you click the super chat, just pop a message in there, send us a couple of quid, that'd be fantastic. It all goes towards the running of the channel and just keeps me motivated to keep on going. So I'm just gonna make a change on my screen here because I can't see any chat comments coming through, so I'm just gonna change it here so I can see it onto my other screen so I can see what I'm doing. But yeah, so it's great to have you with us. Who else is there? Mark Donny McLeod. Hi Richard. Hi Graham, mate. Is the watching this lad? Okay. All right. So we've got a few people on the channel now. We're up to 6. Excellent. Right. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to move out my seat. I tried donating and didn't know what a halfpenny was. Nice one. And have good evening to Miss Sugsy too as well. Good effort on the last ride. Thank you very much, Sugsy. That's brilliant. How's Madness? How's the band going? Oh, that was a bad joke, wasn't it? Okay. Right. So without further ado, I'm just going to move over to the bike so we can have a look at the bike in its current state. So I'm just going to unplug something, and hopefully if I just make myself bigger. Watch this magic. Whoop, there we go. Bring some light with me as well. We can see that I've set the bike up. Move you down a little bit. So I've set it all up for a 3-day weekend. I'm going to go down to Cambridge. Simon, in the comments there, Simon Fawcett is going to be joining us. We're doing an audax on a Saturday. But we've got to travel 300 kilometres to get there. Well, it's actually quicker. It's actually closer than that, but I'm converting it into an audax DIY, which I'll tell you about it a little bit more in a minute. Anyway, so this is the bike. I'm going to take everything off in this live stream and show you what's inside. And once you've gone, put it all back on the bike again. So it's very similar to last weekend, except I've taken a lot of things off the bike, which I'll tell you when I've sat back down again. But so down here, got a bottle cage in there with an assortment of mechanical stuff, you know, like multi-tool, gloves, tyre levers, or things like that. There's one of the rehook devices as well, so you can take the chain off without getting your hands dirty. We've got the Stingray bag. This is brand new. This would be the second time I used it. So it's a complete frame bag. It fits in a triangle here, so you have to take the water bottles off. More about that in a second. If you watched my last video, I mentioned about the Velcro straps. So I put an extra one on there. So there's 4 of those now, and they're a bit more lengthier, so they'll go on tighter. So I'll show you what's in there in a minute. At the back of the bike, we've got this the Alp kit. I can't remember what it's called. Is it the Fiana or Ganaru? They've all got weird names at Alp kit. Well, this is their largest model. On the front here, I've got my MP3 player. It just sits on there nicely. Sleeping bag, couple cat eye lights on the back, and front of the bike. Let me just pick the laptop up. Get to show around the bike a bit closer. TT bars. Got cat eye Volt, which is a 1200 lumen light. Wahoo. That's the first Wahoo. That's the Element. And I've got, I don't know if you can see it very well, but I've got a USB lead running out the back of it. It uses a right angled USB connector, so I can actually leave it plugged in the entire time, and that feeds into the frame bag there. Right, so I'm going to walk back over here with the laptop, plug you back in so you can look at the web browser, and then I'm just going to walk over the first bag and I'll show you what's in. I'm going to show you firstly what's in the frame bag. So let me just plug this in here. Ta-da. This is all different. Right, I want to show you the route as well a little bit later. So, okay. I'm actually going to start with the saddlebag. So, first off, on top of the saddlebag, we've got this Season 3 sleeping bag. So here we go. This is the Fathom. Bought this from Go Outdoors. It's an OEX brand. The Fathom EV300, and it's proved to be very useful in the couple of times that I've used it. It really keeps me warm. So that's the sleeping bag that I'll be taking. Let me just quick look at the comments. Good evening, Robin. How are we doing? Good evening from Brighton. Welcome to the House of Fun, says Simon. Yes, more OEX. This one is brilliant. This is a Season 3. Sorry, I'm just take something off my screen. Okay, so it's a Season 3 sleeping bag. Bear with. Amuse yourself for a moment. Okay, right. So this is the Alp kit bag. It's massive, isn't it? Let me just get out of the way. Okay, so here we go. And let's have a look inside, shall we? So like I mentioned before, we've got these 2 cat eye lights on the back. Hello Neil, how you doing? Hope you're well. Got a question for Mark. Let me answer a question before I go into here then. Do you keep your sleeping bag in the compression sack while it's in storage, or do you take it out? I've been told not to leave it in the sack as they lose loft. Good question. I've not had it long, and thanks for reminding me. I could probably do with leaving it in the other sack. So yeah, at the moment, the answer the question at the minute is no. I've only had it a week or two, so yes, thanks for reminding me. So this is the Outkit bag. It's the Gennaro, I think. I can't remember. I'll bring it up and we'll have a look together. I'll put some links in the below description. So anyway, let's delve in. Got a bobble hat. That keeps me warm. Obviously it's getting very cold now. When I get to a spot to camp or bivvy, I need to cover my legs, so I just have some thick tracksuit bottoms. I might not be needing these. I think it might be rain free this weekend, but I've got some Mountain Warehouse men's packer over trousers. You wear them for as short time as possible because you get really warm, but the lifesavers really. I've got one spare jersey. So this is a DHB one I bought a couple of years ago. It's a nice maroon colour, not my usual green. Got a sleeping bag. This is the inside this dry bag here. This is one from it's called what's it called? Cloud Base from Outkit. So I'm taking that with me. I've also got an Outkit down jacket inside here as well. Let me wear it for you guys. A bit of background music, don't we? So yeah, got a down jacket. Really creased this, but I don't know what model this is, but it's really nice. If you've been watching my channel throughout the summer, I've been wearing this. It's good for all seasons. So yeah, got an Outkit jacket. This would be good for when I'm sleeping in a bush shelter tomorrow evening. More about that in a little while. I think that's more or less it. I've got a snood. Got a really thick winter snood. Covers my neck on the night time. I'm not going to wear that now, it's too warm. Beefy bag. This one is from Outkit as well, who have not got shares in and do not sponsor this video at all. Hope you're watching though. Could do with some free stuff. It's called the Hunker and it's the extra large size. So I'm planning to bivvy this weekend on both Friday and Saturday night. And I think that's pretty much it. You don't want to see any smelly socks, do you? So socks in there as well. So that's the contents of the saddle bag. As you can see, there's quite a lot in there. So as for the frame bag, I don't want to have to take the frame bag off really. So I'm going to unplug and we'll walk over there again. I don't, because the frame bag is a bit of a pain outside. So just make sure you can see what I'm looking at. So let's have a look in the frame bag, shall we? Let's put you down there and light things up a little bit. Okay, so there we go. So this is the triangle. So we've got this 3 compartments. On this side, I've got bungee cords everywhere. Let me just move the bungee cords out of the way. On this side, I've got the Sonder Bikes drawstring bag. I tend to use that when I'm close to the campsite at the end of the night. I put loads of food in there. You can't see my head, can you? Don't need to see that. Pair of winter gloves. I've got a couple of tie wraps there. A bunch of Nature Valley protein bars. I've got my Rav Power battery. I can't remember which. What is it? 26,000 mAh. It's like the brand Anchor, but this one's Rav Power. They're all the same, I think. Some more tie wraps, and I got a USB-C lead, a right-angled. I'm loving these right-angled ones. I've got a right-angled USB-C lead for my mobile phone. chain remover tool, a chain link remover tool, more protein bars, raisins, loo roll, and chamois cream. Got a little pot of chamois cream. I bought these off eBay, different sizes, and it's just chamois cream. Couple GoPro batteries, another tie wrap. So that's that side of the bike. On the other side, there's not much on the other side really. There's a big in the top. There's two compartments basically on the top, and on the other side of the bike. And the top one has a water bladder, which is over on the table there, and I'll show you that. And in the smaller bottom compartment, there's 3 inner tubes. I've got some lube I'm going to take with me, some ceramic dry lube, or is it wet? It's ceramic anyway. And I've also got, must remember to take with me, actually the other side, yeah, I'm going to check on the other side to make sure I've got it with me, but I've got the pump. I need to have one of those, and I think I fit it neatly on the other side. So yeah, so that's the bike and everything I'm carrying with me. I've also going to, of course, be wearing some clothes and carrying things on my person. And then there was light. Let's put my studio light back down there. Okay, let's take this jacket off. It's rather warm. Whew. Okay. Have I missed any questions? No? Okay. As always, if you've got any questions throughout this video, I'm going to be sitting down for the rest of this. So let me just find the browser. Let's have a look. Where is it? I want to show you the route as well. But first, bladder, which goes in that top part of the frame bag. Of course, the lead as well. For that, you need that. I got some 3/4 length bib shorts from DHB. I'm going to be taking those with me. I'm not going to take any spare ones though. It's only 3 days. I'll be fine. A little bit smelly. I need to take some sunglasses now. I dug these out last minute because somebody said they don't like my green ones. What's wrong with my green ones? So I think I'm taking these ones. But as you can see, I've had the electrical tape on them. The arm's broken. Shoes. I got some North Wave shoes. I bought these only a couple of weeks ago. Jet Evo. So I've been buying loads of stuff recently for the transcontinental and the winter period. So I've got some toe warmers from DHB. Quite some boring stuff now, I guess. Rain jacket. This is the Hot Pack, which is a Sportiful brand. So I've got one of those. My ever popular transcontinental cycling cap. Let's put that on, shall I? There we go. Casque helmet, and I've got one of these exposure lights. This is the Day Bright, so I've got that on there. Now I use this for when I'm turning up at a bivvy spot. Well, if I'm trying to find a bivvy spot, I'm trying to look into some woods, and I can't quite see with the light on the bike. Obviously, it doesn't move about. Well, it does actually, but that's a secret. Shh. I've got this as well, so I can actually see into the woods and things like that, and helps me find a spot. So that's the exposure one. That's the brand. Finally, last few things. It's not an essential, but I like to wear a heart rate monitor. So that's the Wahoo one. A pair of Christmas socks. I'm always wearing Christmas socks. Now I bought these recently. Well, I bought these this week actually. They're rather smelly. From China, so hopefully you've not got the virus on them. Ooh, controversial. 7mm pads. 7mm pads. 7mm. Wow. Now they hopefully will support the palms of my hands better than the last pair. Base layer. Now it's Crane. Now where have I bought those from, do you think? I'll leave you guessing. And finally I bought this late spring. Let me just zip it up so I can show you properly. This is my late spring, early autumn, I guess, jacket. Full arms and everything, so I'm going to take that with me, in addition to the DHB one as well. So this is basically what I've showed you there, is everything that I'm going to be wearing on the way down. The only things I haven't counted in that lot is money, cash, money, card, GoPro itself, some paracetamols, just little things like that really. So yeah, let me show you the route. Or if you've got any questions about what I just showed you, just stick them in the comments below. So I'm going to turn the comments on because I can't actually see at the moment. So where's the comments? Let's catch up on some comments. Lollipop, water bladder means just water. No opportunity for electrolytes. No, yeah, you can't put electrolytes in there because it's hard enough to wash as it is. So I've got some gels from Wiggle. I tend to go for a lot of own brand stuff because I don't like to spend a lot of money on gels and bars and things. So I've got those instead. I've got and they've got electrolytes in them already. I like to drink lots of Coca-Cola. I've been doing that a lot recently, and energy drinks and stuff like that. Cause I did avoid those for a number of years, but I'm trying to get back to drinking sensibly on the move. Anyway, right at this point, before I go on to onto the route, once again, don't forget, questions, stick them in the comments area either now or at the end, when after the video's gone, the stream has ended or whatever you like to call it, and I'll answer those. And of course, once again, thank you for subscribing to the channel, ticking likes, leaving questions and things like that. If you want to send a donation or buy me a coffee or something like that, click on the super chat. You can do that right now if you like. On that subject, I'm thinking about having like a merchandise store or something like that, but I need to work on some designs and with logo and things like that. But I'm thinking just a little store or something like that. A question from James Carson: any ride in Essex planned? Is it Essex going into tier 2? Let me just move my microphone out of the way. Isn't Essex going into tier 2 this weekend? So I don't think I'll be heading over there anytime soon. I'm going to try and stay in the tier 1 areas as long as possible. Merch equals green or green. Yeah, there'll be a lot of green merch, green and white. So yeah. Yeah, I don't want to talk about the COVID thing or anything like that. I'm going to try and keep it focused on bikes. But it was very unfortunate, and we'll all just try to get by and enjoy riding our bikes. It's lucky that it's such an outdoory thing to do, and we can maintain a distance and stuff like that on the bike. It's it's lucky that we can ride bikes, because I don't know, have other countries stamped down on that thing? I know early on in the year, Italy was you couldn't ride bikes in Italy and things like that. Anyway, let me just flick over to 1 second. The beauty of doing things live. There we go. So this is tomorrow's ride. So I'm going to talk about audax at the same time, actually. Let me just bring the pop-up area back up again. Okay, so I do all my routes on Strava at the moment. I'm really considering going to ride with GPS, but I've not found a good reason to actually switch yet. I just think it might be a good idea. So I use Strava Route Builder, and I think for the most part, it's really good because it's got it's got all that data in there in terms of what are popular rides and things like that. But sometimes a popular ride means going in the hills because that's what lots of people do when they ride bikes for leisure and competitively. They don't go the direct route, and Strava can meander a little bit. So I don't like looking at the screen, so I'm just going to click on edit so we can just blow it out onto the screen and talk about it a little bit more. Let me just copy that there so I can talk about that on another screen. Oh, look at this. Can't beat doing a live, can you? Pop that in there, move it out of the way. Right. And why can you see that? You shouldn't be able to see that. It's on a different screen. Oh, there we go. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to be leaving Kroll. I don't know what time I'm leaving tomorrow. Possibly 7 o'clock. But the first ride will be, as you can see in the bottom left corner of the screen there, it's going to be 300 kilometers. And, well, 302. And 2,500 meters of climbing. I'm doing it as an audax DIY. I'll talk about how audax works in a little while, because I know I've had a few people comment about, well, what is audax, how does it work, and things like that, including Simon in the comments there, and Tim as well, Tim from Northampton. I seem to have convinced a second person to join audax, so he's looking around for local rides and things. So I'll talk about that in a little while. Coming back to the comments, James says, I use Ride with GPS, much more control when adjusting routes. Also get turn by turn directions on the Wahoo. Yes, that is one big advantage, is the turn by turn directions, which is kind of convinced me to do it. And also with Ride with GPS, I think when I look to plan for TCR next year, I'd like to be able to see the shops and things like that. There seems to be a lot more going on there. It looks a lot more like Google Maps. It's kind of a nice blended approach to routing. So anyway, right, I was looking at this route, weren't we? So can you see the entire route on the screen? There's nothing over the top of it, is there? I'm hoping you can see the entire route and you can't see my notes and things like that. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to start in Kroll, possibly leaving 7 tomorrow. There's quite a few places I'm going along. I'm going to be going towards Doncaster. You can see it. Great, thanks, Simon. So you can see Doncaster over here. You're running through Bawtry, Worksop. I'm going to be going towards this place called Clown, Bolsover. But the main hill in Bolsover is here, and I'm avoiding that. So I'm going to stay well away from that. We're going to be going to, now got down Whaley here at 73 kilometres. This is what I'm calling a control point. I'm going to be submitting that as a control point to audax, so I'll tell you what that is in a minute. Another, along the route, I'm going to be going through Sherwood Forest, past, there's Clumber Park just over to the right. Paper even, right, okay, yeah. Oh right, that's a control point. Basically you have to pass through certain points on the map. So Ollerton, I'll talk about audax at the end, shall I? Southwell, Nottingham. I'm going to be stopping at in Scriverton. There's the Cafe Velo Verde there, so that's no control point. And going all the way down here to Waltham on the Wolds. We've got Wymenham just hiding away if we're zooming a little bit closer. There's a windmill there. That's a good place to have something to eat, so I might do something like that. And I'm going to wind my way to Oakham. In the middle of Oakham there's a new Sigma Sports store. I might pop my head in there and see what they've got on offer. So that's not control point, but I'm going to go through there. I'm going to, in the middle of the picture, here is a little village called Laund, and there's an abbey and a really big hill. I'll turn on my elevation as well, shall I? So there's a really big hill there. I like that. That's some lovely countryside around there, so I'm going to see that. Keep going all the way down, past this reservoir whose name forgets me, but I passed it on Monday actually, and I thought I'm going to have to go there again. So that's near Stockton. Keep going, all these different places along the way. I'm just jumping over some of them. Erflingber, Kimbolton, near Grafton Water, Huntingdon, just there, and I'm going to be joining. No, I'm not joining it on this one. Sorry. There's a petrol station here. There's a Shell garage at 290 kilometres, which I've marked down as my last chance for food. And my 300 kilometre ride stops here at a BP garage on St Notes Way, or Notes, or whatever it is. I don't know how you pronounce that. And from there, Girton, just over here where I'm circling it with the mouse pointer, that's where the audax events start in the next day. But between here and there, I've got a bivvy spot planned, so I'm not going to show you where that is. Okay, so that's the route. As you can see, I've got this route in the description below the video, as well as the homeward bound route as well. So if you want to have a look and find out where that is, you're welcome to have a look. 1 second, the battery's running low. It was at 100%, I'm sure it was. Will the lead reach? Yes, it will. Okay, excellent. More whites to trip over. Right, so let's come into the comments again. How do you deal with recovery after these long rides? Thank you, Neil. How I've recovered this week is I've done Sodor Tuesday, done Sodor Wednesday, and I've done Sodor today. I've hardly moved. I'm working from home now here at the caravan, so 3 days a week working at home. I was trying to get into the routine of doing like morning rides or an afternoon ride, but this week I've literally done nothing. And on Tuesday itself I ate loads of crap food. Instead of good food, I binged on quite a bit of food just to get my energy levels back up again. So yeah, I've not got the best diet in the world, to be honest, Neil. After the 1,000 kilometre ride, actually, the liquids rides, I did find I actually drank properly, which is a rarity, because sometimes I have lots of hydration problems and things like that, but I did quite well. Mark asks, are you wild camping as you go, or do you use Airbnb? I haven't used Airbnb since 2000 and possibly 18. I started wild camping this year. I've never done it before. I'll be wild camping tomorrow, if you can call a bush shelter wild, to get a few hours sleep, or even a whole night's sleep, or perhaps find somewhere different. The event starts at 8:20, but I need to be there for 8:10, so there's loads of time to get sleep. Back to Simon. I was talking about control points. So basically, when you get to the event, because Simon's joining me, you'll get issued with a brevet card, and inside it, there's certain places that you need to stop at and get a stamp and get a receipt from the venue. One of the places we're stopping at is Magna Rosa. Perhaps somebody in the comments will tell me where that is. I don't want to guess. I forget. I think it's in Suffolk. It's about halfway through the ride. Now normally you do get a receipt, but because of this COVID thing, I think you can write GPS or something on your brevet card, and and submit the GPX file out of Strava, or send them a link, and that'll be another way of proving that you've done the distance. Normally audax, you've got information controls on both the cards as well, and it'd be a question like what does it say on that lamppost, or which direction is how many miles to so and so from this location you stop at. This year that's all gone out the window, so it's all electronic, which I think is what Simon's talking about later on. What I was trying to establish was where you said it's a control point. Are you getting a paper receipt, or is it all by Strava GPX? Yes, the route I just showed you there is a DIY. So you plan the route yourself. You say what your control points are. You don't have to do anything like get a receipt or anything like that. You just literally make a note of where you're stopping and submit the GPX at the end of it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to get paper receipts or anything like that. There is another way of doing it called an advisory, and that involves receipts, but I always choose the mandatory option. I'll tell you more about it on Saturday, because I'm sure we'll have the time, because it's 8.5 hour ride or something, 8 hours. Well, 7.5 hours plus stops anyway, so it's the best part of tomorrow, so we'll have a good chat about that. Simon says, Cafe Villa Verde is amazing, the food's great, but I think you may have choked on the cost of your coffee. Yeah, I'll choke on the cost of the BAPs as well. I've been there before, actually. It is quite expensive, but I don't know, it's not Yorkshire, it's not Lincolnshire, and when you go out of the UK's greatest counties, you have to pay a bit more for breakfast. Yeah, well, that's all I'm going to say. I'll be alright. So any more questions? Stick them in the comments now, and I'll answer them. What else did I want to show you? The way back, really, I suppose. Oh, before I do though, if you want to look at the route, just look at it at your own time. I'm going to be leaving tomorrow about 7 o'clock. I don't think I'm going to be turning on live tracking, but if I do, there's a link in the comment so you can find out where I am. But if you want to meet up along the route, just get in touch. Anyway, I've got email addresses in the comments below. Get in touch with Facebook and things like that. Mark says Lancs will be going tier 3, so for now stay away, folks. Yeah. I've never been to Manchester. I don't think I'll be going to anytime soon. So I've got a way back as well. This could be a lot shorter. Can you see what I mean? I turned it into 300 kilometres on the way there. I managed it to 221 kilometres on the way back. I don't think I do particularly anything scenic in terms of I don't meander. I go in a straight line, but I'm actually doing a few different roads that I wouldn't normally do. It's my orange juice. So as I say, this is in my in the comments below as well. Zoom in a little bit. I'll leave Girton. I start this route straight after the audax actually, but I'm not going to do it in a Warner straight after the audax. I'm going to start making my way back, and at some point, I don't know when, possibly between St Ives and this place called War Boys, I don't know, I'm going to try and find a bivvy spot. We should probably finish the audax, like the latest we'll probably finish the audax is 6 o'clock. So I'm going to have a few hours to make some distance on the way back before I find a bivvy spot. But well, anyway, what I was going to say was when we leave Girton, this straight bit. Am I right? We're talking up the backside. Oh yeah, there we go. That's the guided busway / bridleway. I don't think we ride on the audax, but if you've ever been to Cambridge, you might have ridden the busway. It's rather weird. So go through Warboys, Ramsey, Whittlesea. There's an NCN just here that'll join a little bit. I don't go for Peterborough, try and avoid that. Go for this place called Market Deep in. This is where it gets incredibly flat and boring. Bourne. I always go for Bourne. I don't always go for Bourne. It always reminds me of the Bourne Supremacy. I don't know why. well, obviously it's the name, but it just always reminds me of the Bourne Supremacy. Loads of boring flat stuff. Falkenham. I go past, where's that? I just saw a Roman marching camp. Okay. Fulbeck, and in between Fulbeck and Straddlethorpe, there's a new cafe opened up. I'll tell you what it's like once I've been. But it's if you know Richard Parker, he's the organiser of Audax Club Lincolnshire. He puts loads of Audax events on. He lives in Lincoln Way, and he's been telling me about a new cycling cafe. Yeah, that's right, Rebecca. The Mannequin Cafe. Is it any good? Because I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go visit, and I'm pretty sure it's along Branch Road. It's possibly in here. So yeah, there's loads of mannequins and things like that. It looks rather creepy. Going by Richard Parker's photos, so I'm gonna go there. That's where was it? 100. What, I can't remember what it saw. Let's have a look. It's between 130 and 140 kilometres, so I should be there about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that, or earlier. He says, tentatively. I go through Beckenham, Stableford, Norton Disney. Now, Norton Disney, I've been there. Been to the village hall there. There was an audax connection at some point. It was like a control point or something. And on the wall there's a photo, an autograph from Walt Disney. So apparently I don't know if it's got its name from Walt Disney. Probably not. I'm guessing Norton Disney was there first. But yeah, apparently Walt Disney visited there years ago. Anyway, I'm rambling a little bit now, aren't I? I go across Dunham on Trent. Oh, I got an error in my route there. I don't want to be going up there, do I? Or just clicked it by mistake. Updating route. Let me just... Yeah, so I go across the bridge, that's actually a toll bridge. It costs like 20 pence to pass in a car. So we're back into Nottinghamshire at this point. Go all the way up through Saunderby. There's a cafe just there. I haven't been to that for years. Rose's Cafe. I'm telling you about different cafes along the route here, and I'm thinking about food because I've not eaten yet. Get to Misterton up here. There's a nice cafe just round there. It's rather expensive. It's a vegan one. What's it called? The Pantry 8020. But it's really, really, really nice food. I must be clicking things by mistake. Have I just clicked something by mistake? Because that's not meant to be like that. Let me just move that there. No, I don't want that there. I want that there. So on the way back, I pass through Epworth. I call this road here, I call it quite affectionately the Calder Epworth, because historically, that's right. Our Wraxham is incredibly flat, apart from this part of the isle just here. So there's the Calder Epworth. I go for Belton, then end up back in Eland. So I'm going to save those changes. The boring flat stuff is my home turf. Sorry, Simon. Oh, Simon, did you watch my video a few weeks ago? I didn't know if you knew about it. But I found a road that ran. I found an old NCN that ran. I don't know if it's Forsyth Bridge. Do you know what I mean? When I joined the A17, coming back from Kings Lynn, there was an old road. And I was thinking of you at the time, and I thought, well, you could actually take that way and keep off the main road. I think it was, yeah, here it is, Sutton Bridge. Here, along, so that's Kings Lynn Road. Here is the old A17. And so you know about that anyway. There you go, I brought it to your attention there. That was brilliant. So anyway, just throwing that one in there. Save that again, just in case I misclicked. this is the, I've got, finally, I'm going to finish on this one because this is going on for a while, isn't it? This is the actual Cambridge Autumnal 200. There is a 100k version, a kilometre version as well, but this will be Simon's first 200 kilometres. So the weather's looking good, Simon. So it should be a good one. Just don't forget to wear some winter gloves because I think it will be cold. Actually, I've got, where's my keyboard? Instead of using my laptop, I've got one of these portable keyboards. If we go to choose a ride, wait for calendar event, it should be on here. Girting 200 kilometers, opens another tab for no reason. What am I looking for? Where is it? There's a link I'm looking for now. I can't find it. Instead, I'm going to type Cambridge Autumnal 200 audax. Oh, there we go. Cambridge audax. This is the website I'm looking for. Right. So on here, I'm sure there's a bit talks about the routes. Here we go. There's this website here, camaudax.uk. So if you want to find out a little bit more about this route for maybe next year, or I'm sure the other events on this website as well that run out of Cambridge, here's all the information for you. So there you go. This is the Maglia. I thought it was Maglia Rosa. I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. That's in Hornsted. It's a really nice cafe because I've done this one last year. Talking of gloves, last year when I did this, I can't stick a link in the corner, but I might put it below the video at some point. But somewhere on my channel there's a video. I turned up to this, I'm sure it was this one. I turned up with 2 left gloves. Does anybody remember watching that one? I turned up with 2 left gloves. It was, so I had to obviously wear it back to front sort of thing. That was embarrassing. I thought there was a bit on here with all the stops in it. I think there's only actually 2 controls. But anyway, if you want to find out a little bit more about this event, there it is, camaudax.uk. So I think I've just about covered everything that I wanted to this evening. So I showed you the bike, showed you my lightweight bikepacking bike. Oh yeah, I could tell you Framingham is 1 stop. Okay. Oh, yeah, well there wasn't there, isn't it? Okay. Yeah. Control. Excellent. I think that's. Let's have a look. No, I'll have a look at that later. Yeah. So I've showed you my lightweight bikepacking bag, bike. So what have I taken off? I've got no tents. I've got no pegs to worry about. I did have a long list in my head of things I'm not taking. I've got rid of that ghastly handlebar bag, which does my head in. It's so annoying, frustrating. It wastes so much time. So I've got all the stuff what I normally have in there, apart from the tent, in the saddlebag when I repack everything. I've got no cooking stuff. I'm not taking any stove. Don't need to worry about cutlery, although I will take a spoon because I like to have a yoghurt. I'm telling you everything in detail here, aren't I? What else is in there? I'm not taking anywhere. I'm not taking loads of clothes because it's only 3 days. I'm carrying the pump inside the frame bag instead of using the Zeffel straps on the top. I normally put some straps on the top tube and attach the bike pump there, but I've got rid of that. Yep, I've also got rid of the top tube bag which sits on the stem where you wrap it around. Normally I have some food in there and my phone. I've got my phone in the back pocket. So there's quite a few bits and bobs that I've actually taken off the bike, because that's lots of weight. The only thing that I'm thinking about with this setup is I'm going to have quite a lot of, my weight's going to be at the back of the bike, because I've taken the handlebar stuff off. So I'm a little bit not concerned. What's the word? I'm thinking about that. Is that going to be a problem? But there's not a lot of hills in this. There's not a lot of hills. I'm not going to the Peak District, so or hard not. So I don't need to worry about the weight issues too much. I'm saying that now. Well, I'll find out when I get out there. What else have I taken off the bike? Just looking across at it now. Yeah, quite a lot, to be honest. There's quite a lot of weight. So tent, camping gears all come off. I don't need to worry about food. Quite a lot of stuff. Right, questions. Simon, so what does your total route over the 3 days give you as far as audax goes? 300 for getting there, and the 200, which is, so it's just those 2 rides. I'm not going to do the one on the way back. What could do, I suppose? That's another 200, isn't it? Don't see why not. So it would be 3 points for the DIY, 2 for the ride, actually audax as well, for the Cambridge audax, and 2 further points for the way back. The thing is, each time you register an event as a DIY, you have to pay for it. I think it's like £10 for 3 different events. So it's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money at all. But to be fair, I'm not chasing points at all this season because of COVID. So I don't really care about that. I'm going to do the 300 though, just so I've got it in the bag. But the Super Randomness series, if you're familiar with audax, you have to do 2, 3, 4, 600. That's called Super Randomness series. I've not done the 600 yet this season. So that's 640 hours, 36 hours. I can't remember. It's been that long since I've done it. I'm not that bothered, to be honest, about doing it this year. So I could start a fresh season after October the 31st and try and get as many points as possible. Last year, I think I got 110 points. So because I got so many points, and well, because I reached over 100 points, audax UK gave me one of these. I don't know if you can see on the screen. So I got that. I wasn't expecting it at all, because I've only been with audax a couple of years. Excuse me. That's the Randonair 10,000. Just a nice little glass award, really. So I sent that through the post. Probably this time last year. No, what else have I got in my hand? Got a little medallion. That's the Fit Self-Stedentocht, which was an event over in the Netherlands last year. So I've just picked that up. While I was doing Paris-Brest Paris, one of the fellow riders from DC, Washington DC, gave me one of those. Let's put those back. I'm just making this place more and more untidy. I also didn't have to take a mug with me to drink anything out of. So I could take one mug with me. Then can I have coffee on the move? No. Don't need. I'm trying to get rid of stuff, not put more stuff on the bike. Simon says, makes the Cambridge 200 UK 200 worth more for you as you've added on there and back. Yeah, I'm just going to stick to the 300 and the 200 on there. Not point chasing this year. May try for the RRTY award. 200 kilometres per month, every month of the year. Yeah, I've got, I don't know how many months I'm up to now, because obviously COVID's throwing everything out. So it stopped for a while this year, actually. So yeah, it's every consecutive year. You don't miss a. The hardest thing about the RRTY is the winter months, December, January, February. That's the hardest part of doing the RRTY. But so if anybody doesn't, for those that don't know, RRTY stands for Randonair Round the Year, and basically you ride 200 kilometres every month. And if you do 12 months in a row, you get an award, and you get more. You get different awards for how long you can do it, like 10 years, things like that. That'd be quite incredible, really, to do 10 of those without going on holiday and things. Rebecca asks, what we do next after TCR? Oh my God, after TCR, right? It was meant to be this summer. I'm not even thinking that far ahead, to be honest, now, because it's so unpredictable, isn't it, the world at the moment. Will TCR even go ahead? Because myself and everybody else taking part has got to compete. So will restrictions allow us to put in the required training? I hope so. But what we do next after the TCR? Oh my God. I'd like to perhaps go. I think I'd like to do what James Hayden did. I don't know any particular rides he's done post TCR, but he started to do lots of off-road stuff, didn't he? And gravel bikes, and maybe dabbled in mountain bikes and things like that. What's the one I'm trying to think of? I can't remember what it was now. Silk Road, perhaps? Yeah, possibly Silk Road. So yeah, I want to go off-road. Transamerica Trail is only 5,000 miles. Only. Well, the TCR is 2,500, isn't it? So God. After TCR, well, obviously TCR would be Europe. Tick. So it'd be a case of, well, which continent do I do next? I don't know. Perhaps I should sit back and do more social stuff and not do some crazy miles, and perhaps have a year out like students do. Have I got any coffee left? Oh, I've got some tea. Anybody else got any questions before I go and have something to eat? I'm coming up to 8:30. Wow, an hour's gone. So before I do go, once again, don't forget super chat. If you want to buy me a coffee, you can use super chat to do that, or just the money goes to support the channel and pays for helps pave the way to doing TCR next year. And I guess I'd like to perhaps spend a little bit of money on making this channel a little bit more professional, I guess. My current GoPro is looking a bit weary, but you know, I'm okay, I guess. But you know, if you want to buy me coffee, just that's how you do it. Super chat below. Anyway, I think unless there's any more questions coming in, I'm gonna wrap things up and go get something to eat. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, and you know, if you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button and look out for some future content. So I hope you enjoyed this. It's been a little bit different for me, coming out of my comfort zone, doing these like live vlog stream things. So maybe I'll do more in the future, but I don't think I'm going to do every. I don't think I'm going to do something every like midweek, but just for the bigger adventures and things like that, and the things that I enjoy. You certainly won't see me doing any sort of product reviews or any unboxing videos anytime soon, because those sort of things don't sort of appeal to me really. So tells your current thoughts on TCR, the approach, sleeping, etc. Right, I'll come back to that moment. Robin asks, so what's the advantage of adventure bag packing compared to traditional saddle bag and panniers? I think it's kind of a personal choice thing. When I did the jog, I tried panniers and I just didn't quite like it. I think it's easy. I think it's easier to when it comes to panniers. It's easy to get into your stuff, I guess. I don't know. I think it's a personal preference kind of thing. I don't know. I've not tried enough panniers to be able to give you a clear answer on that, on Robin. I think if 20 years from now, I might use panniers and go slow, shorter miles, lots of luxury stuff for camping and things like that. But I'm still looking for speed and things like that at the moment. So I'm trying to go lightweight and as aero as possible, sort of thing. So what's the advantage of sorry, the comments just disappeared there. Money goes to Outgate. Money goes to coffees. Well, yeah, it probably does go to Outgate actually, but I don't know. I'm gonna try and stop buying stuff now because I've got loads of stuff for adventures all the way through the winter and into next year. So I think I'm set. I say that now. There's always going to be something you're spending your money on, isn't there, when buying bikes and things. Simon says, tell us your thoughts on TCR, the approach, sleeping, etc. I can't tell you too much, can I? But my current thoughts are, I've not thought about it. To be honest, I've not thought about it for a while. I was talking earlier about the route. I did start doing the route and I was using Strava. I think I'd like to revisit that in Ride with GPS. And yeah, I'm still really looking forward to the TCR. It's such a long way away, but I've got to really up my game when it comes to with training and time and things like that. I keep buying equipment, but now it's time for me to use that equipment effectively. So I need to train a lot more with those aero bars and things like that. So I will be signing up at some point in the next few months. I'm going to be signing up to Training Peaks. I don't know whether I should get a coach or something. I don't know whether I should coach myself. I think I'm going to try coaching myself to a training plan or something like that. But I need to commit myself to it. In terms of things like Zwift as well, I do not enjoy indoor training, but maybe in winter, January and February, I'll look at it a little bit differently and get down on that. Sleeping, etc. Yeah, I'm going to be doing lots of bivvying, and I'll be spending quite a bit of time in hotels as well. No camping though, no stove. Because this year I've been doing lots of adventure stuff with loads of equipment on the bike. So my feeling is that if this year I put loads of stuff on the bike and next year I make it lightweight, surely that's got to count as good training. Simon says, read a couple of books on TCR, Emily and Chappell and Ian Walker, checkpoints and mental on mountains, etc. Yeah, I think I could do a bit of I think I could do with spending the time reading a few books from people that have ridden it. Checkpoints and mental mountains. Yeah, there's been a few of that. There was meant to be a few of those in the TCR 2020. I've emptied my mind of what the control points are, but yeah, there was in there as well. There was some mountain climbs where you literally hike a bike. Neil says, I don't what I've spent this year. Me too. I don't want to even think about how much I've spent on the stuff. Biking, I've really gone all out this year. Well, and last year, to be honest. So I don't want to think about it. But TCR, really looking forward to it, and I'm hoping it goes ahead. And I'm mindful that when it comes to my channel, I don't want to focus on the numbers too much, or at least share those numbers with you anyway. Not because of privacy or anything like that. Or I just don't think it would be interesting, sort of thing. I don't want to get too wrapped up in the numbers and power and things like that. So yeah, right. I am going to go and grab something to eat if there's no more questions. Oh, Will's joining us. If you don't drink or don't smoke, you can justify spending money on cycling. I used to be a smoker. I actually smoked for 16 years. It's hard to believe. I wonder how many years that took to cleanse my lungs and things like that. That was only perhaps, well, it was literally 6 years ago I stopped smoking. So yeah, I barely drink. I don't smoke. I don't often go out. Can't go out at the minute, really. Well, we're not told we shouldn't be going out. So yeah, I'm commuting to and from work on my bike now. So there's no fuel. So yeah, why not? Anyway, right. I'm going to wrap this up again. If you want to put comment, if you want to chat amongst yourselves or put comments below the video, as normal, I'll get round to answering those. So stick around next week for the video all about Cambridge. You may see Simon and me doing the Cambridge Autumnal, and I'll probably bring the camera out for the journey down as well, as I always do. The big question will be, how many videos will it be? It'll probably be a 300 and a 200, and yeah, I should perhaps ride home without the camera on for a change. I haven't done that for a while. I always share my journeys, but it'd be nice just to not point the camera everywhere and just enjoy the ride. So anyway, for me, take care. I'll see you again soon. Ta-ra, bye bye.